loves the sky, this guy. Talk to me about this map, because in my head, I've seen KC recently. It looked good, right? I test alone. Tell me how KRU's going to make this close, because you think this is actually a good opportunity for KRU here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and the desk touched on it as well, right? KRU have been studying KC, even though KC threw out kind of a curveball with this sky all of a sudden, and it definitely threw Shopify off their game. KRU, they should be ready for it. Now, we just watched Alkia kind of struggle on split on this waylay, so really I'm looking at this agent in the hands of Dodds. What kind of game plan do KRU have
to activate it? Yeah, yes. I'm excited too. I want to see how that looks played in here. Does it look as comfortable? Obviously, Alkia this time on that neon and going for the aggression. Send him away. Back-to-back damage and oh, okay. I'll shut the hell up. My bad. Hold on, it's not done yet. There's a minute to play with. There's still a minute. There's so much time. The Spike is down in a bad spot, right? I kind of like they're staying as a pack. They're trying to like clear this, but the timing's everything. If they turn around at the wrong time, it's wraps. Oh my god, how is this happening? Monchi actually gets better damage on Zafia, and KRU come out swinging. That's a statement start. Dodd's got 2, Kinnear coming in with 2. I mean, they shut that the hell down.
They absolutely did, and it's the fact that Zafia actually had a chance to even close this one out. Ooh, that was quite the flick coming out here from Monchi's side of things, and it was the B flood on this map. It is such a good sign for your defenses if you can handle this B hit from the rip. KC definitely had the pounce, and you saw how quickly Alkia, the side of Neon with that slide, but the shots coming out for KRU just landing. Man. Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me you spilled something.
No.
No. Oh.
No.
Not the keyboard too. Not the keyboard. Oh, man. Oh, no, Alkia.
I hope it's not a sugary drink, because then...
Yeah, that could be... Yeah.
Yeah.
Backup keyboard, perhaps? Please? Oh, that looked like it tabbed out the game, too. I'm worried. I do this so often as well. It's like, speaking to my teammates recently, we've been playing a couple other games, you know, grinding it out. I say someone, it's Hypoc. He spilled his drink all over the desk, right? I'm calling him out, because we got a second here. Now, he often goes for the spillage on the mouse pad, though. Right, the mouse pad. It's keyboard for me, which I think is objectively worse because you're screwed then. I don't know what's wrong with me.
And keyboards are a lot more expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Now, are you going to go through the process of fixing it or just get rid of it?
I'm buying a new one. Buying a new one. I have just a graveyard of keyboards at this point. I need a personal sponsor, so if anyone's out there and they feel sympathy for me, hit me up.
It's fair. I mean, you've been in esports for
I think I deserve a free keyboard at this point, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, they've got crazy sponsors. Give me some of that. You know what I mean? We were just talking about this. KRU on the other side as well. Disney? Damn!
Yeah.
What the hell? At this point, it does look like it's getting kind of back underway-ish. I'm seeing, it looks like a ready check. You know, by my experience now, Christine, I can spot a ready check a mile away. I might be lying. I like to just like send that statement like it's full fact. It may not be. The delightful Totty has joined us, who is providing us with tea and a beverage. Marvelous. Soft drink. Bear in mind, folks. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm clarifying. It looks like it was a ready check. See, I can smell a ready check in the air.
That intuition, Lauren. That intuition is a strong game.
Yeah, only with tech pauses. Nothing else in my life. However, first round fell to KRU, and it was explosive. It was landing some big boy shots here. KC got to come back out, right? They've got classics. Hopefully for Alkia, I'm not seeing any misclicks. That's what I'm mostly looking for. Oh, it's horrible to try and go B. Don't go B. Go anywhere but B.
KC trying it once again with this B hold, but KRU, they've already shown that they have a response, they have an answer.
No, what are we doing? Let him live. Let him live. Oh, this is, just get it done. It's all right, shake it off. Round 2, doesn't matter, it's only classics.
I would have expected actually KC to force buy this one because we just watched them forcing on the first map in the second round, and they go for it again, this B-pop. Trying once again with Alkia being that crosshair displacer, but Monch, she's just gonna keep getting challenged like this front B where she can immediately respond with that molly. These multi-kill potentials is just gonna be constant for this player.
Okay, fresh start though, right? Round 3, basically round 1. Let's, you know, reset the mentality, because I really hope it's not another B pop. We're going to look at the other sites on this map. The beauty of this one, they've got 2 additionals to this B site. So, is it going to be... Oh, okay, that's a little scary when you see that tether coming through and keeping them in place. There's going to be Dodds on the line. Great little connection towards Alki, who's not really getting into the game yet. And that's devastating. It feels like you can't get the ball rolling after a hard map 1. It would be nice to see her come in, hit that ground running. Not the case. So they're looking for other options here. They've left one posted in towards A long, but the rest eyeing up maybe C. There's still utility to clear.
And especially with no trade in sight, KC, they've got to just work the map, slowly dissect, try to take care of this Killjoy utility so that the defenders have to respect it. But this alarm bot, they didn't spot it. That is so unfortunate. Glance is lingering around, and if she just goes forward slightly, she will see it.
There it is.
There we
Okay,
go.
that's good. That's good for other rounds and everything else, right? You're doing your protocol list here. Go through the list of things you've got to achieve. There's still going to be the turret on B. That's fine. That's not a huge issue. But the out drone coming in, I don't know if it's enough to sell much these days. I'd be surprised if they rotate on
the
that.
fade over on Crew's side. Michaela just threw a Prowler down short A and it caught no one.
Oh.
But they're still
here.
3 defenders on this A site. KC probably think they have an opening.
Well, that paranoia is going to keep him very present now. Lovely reaction too. Music can just get a couple of shots going down towards long. Dodds now played in. 13 seconds, not looking so lucky as Safia and Grelance are the last 2. They have no step towards sight. They have no access. It's 5 seconds. It's fizzled out here. The plan did not work out. 0 bite on that pressure towards C. You need more behind it, and Aldron's just not going to do the job these days.
And with no trade after that opening kill coming outside from Crew, it was just not enough. I think that maybe if Glance and Crew, well, if Glance and KC were on, if they were able to find that Killjoy utility a little bit earlier, maybe they could have set up GX to try to gain some ground, because we talked about that fade utility coming out and catching nobody. We've got to see KC kind of get loose and take up that space when their gap is at their feet.
Yeah, I'm getting worried though, because Alki is off to a cold start. We're seeing and Celia in a similar position. I need to see them heat up here. Just feel out the game. It's been uncomfortable, and already a switch up in util too. The alarm bot now posted towards that B side. We've got a very open Timmy. Gonna confirm there's presence here, so Kinnear, stick around. That's a whole lot of bullets coming their way. Nice little smoke though, could play off this. Pressure now coming in, they've got access. Does have support from Monch though. Kinnear able to reposition, play over towards Plat now. This is still not feeling uncomfortable for Crew, even though KC are very much knocking at the door. Are they just gonna walk this?
No flashes, they have to.
It's just too easy for Crew. KC, it's either early timeout or you come out swinging next round. I don't know what the plan is, Christine, but it's not looking good so far.
It's definitely not. For KC, they've got to look at Celia. You know, we kind of talked about it, the fact that she wasn't able to use any flashes because they were broke. It was a low buy round. Now, Celia was a huge factor in why KC was able to surprise Shopify. Her utility was fantastic. So I'm looking at Celia to set up Alkia for an opening pick. We've seen that attempt 3 times now with Alkia sliding through, and things just didn't go the way of KC. So they've got to reset.
Be right back.
They've got to gain that composure back. Look at this aggression from Dodds.
Yeah, they've turned up the tempo. GX does find Dodds though, so an opportunity beckoning. Because it could be a problem. Isn't dealt with. Good trades. KC keeping numbers and opening up an opportunity towards the A side. Monch has slipped through. Don't think she was spotted. Just to tuck towards Hell, the dog isn't going to clear. Oh, she gets played in. That dog didn't have time to go back for it, and there's hesitation on KC. Maybe a little bit of worry, and rightly so, because Monch is creeping closer. 1 kill found, and Kinnear makes it in time. Devastating for KC, and a small mistake causing big problems.
And I just talked about the Sky utility and making it work to get the information to set up, but that is so unfortunate. You even saw that Sky Dog backtracking, going back around to just make sure, but running out of that timer. And Monch, she's just ready. She's been such an explosive part for the side of Crew, finding this momentum, finding these swing rounds, and she's able to just re-aggress. We've been talking about her all week, actually, on this Viper, being able to be that kind of crux so that you don't have to use as much utility. Just use the wall, slowly work your enemy. and re-aggress. And these repositionings coming out for KRU, really from the first map to this second, has been fantastic.
Yeah, I love what they did there in that 5th round especially. I love that they took a little bit of a gamble on this aggressive approach down towards A, just as KC would have loved to have settled in a bit, gone for that approach. Maybe, you know, happy to thwart away someone towards A long, but not that double down, triple down, and then the hesitation and that little bit of a mistake on the site, just compounding. Now, timeout is essential. KC need this more than anything, and it feels like it has to be a big mental reset too. Very oppressive start to things here, especially after this has been a solid map for them. Maybe feeling they could find a bit of security here after tense map 1 could come into their choice and have a good start. It sadly feels a bit like we've got a repeat, if not worse, of map 1 to an extent. Good control from KRU, aggressive start, controlling tempo, and well prepared. You were talking about that preparation factor that KRU were able to watch this, see this, get those tangibles down, and they seem very ready again for potentially this B approach. High-low setup. And I wait to see if that Viper util does come over, still towards C, so that's going to be instantaneous on the ult from Monch.
Coach Bebe and Biazik just putting in work. Look at this B control.
Yep.
Every single time KC try to sniff, try to explode, KRU haven't answered. This time it's a high-low setup and they're rewarded with an opening pick. Look at the HP from Alkia as well. KRU are feeling really good. Viper's pit down. The perimeter, it's so strong. With this broken buy, I mean, KC, they've got to try to find an opening pick.
Yeah, it's on the back of an individual hitting a nutty shot, and it's hard with those stingers, right? Like, you don't have that same potential, and Alkia down so low as well.
There it
Glance,
is.
that's what you wanted, though. A chance made off that. Biazik, though, going to backfill the space, try and brawl out for it. Notes no one else is behind it, so can slip away again. So once again, tilting those scales slightly further into the hands of KRU.
And KRU, they've kind of corralled KC to make the worst of the decisions. They think they want to go poke towards the C, but they just noticed the Viper ult, and they don't have any avenue right now. Viper's pit in front of them, an alarm bot behind them.
This is tricky. EMEA.
Oh, that was so close.
I mean, great intuition from Alkia to even consider that, but sadly doesn't get what she needed, but down on 2 HP now. Frugal with the investment of that very limited health, but the timing, Christine, they just have to go in blind at this point.
Yeah, look at how Dodds is playing. She's not leaving anything up for chance. Checkmate positions. They know they can play this retake. They will let the spike go down, though. I don't like that. But Dodds, with this Waylay ultimate in her back pocket, she's always going to be able to use it if things get dicey.
Yeah, they have the emergency button to press. Alkia up close, trying to make something happen on 2 HP. It's so tough, and Dodds with the overkill. Operator comes in, good swing. Glance still digging deep here, doing what she can, but how can you deny Dodds doing that? KRU saying, screw it, we'll even this out, we'll come in with shorties. You're playing on pistols, we'll do the same. This is a blowout so far, 6-0. KC struggling here.
That dive, it's just too strong. And for KC, there was a couple of answers at their feet. I thought maybe Sophia would venture out a little bit and try to place this Killjoy ultimate down to buy them some more time in this post plant. But with that low buy and with those percentages not being as high as they feel comfortable with, they decide to hold on to it. Now, this attack side round, I mean, they've got 5 ultimates online for KC. They've been holding on to this Sophia ult for quite some time. They've got to combo these ultimates together to get into the site. This Seeker comboed with the Hunter's Fury should give them that opening.
But I'm seeing a mid-walk from Dodds.
Wait, somebody broke the turret.
Yeah, where was the help there? That feels a bit of miscommunication potentially.
What?
And now it falls to pieces. KC given a chance. In what I feel is a really fumbly round here. KRU not doing what they actually wanted, it feels like, by any means. So the B wants in. Didn't have to burn every single ult. It's 2 out of the 5 that they had. Michaela's still trying to fight this out on the connector side, but where's that punch going to come from if KRU do decide to go for this? And not there. GX unwilling to give that up. So Michaela, the last one standing. KC, a small window of chance made out of a couple of mistakes here. KC want it done first on the board.
And that's huge stuff, KC. I mean, you give them an inch, they will take a mile. That's worrying signs for KRU. I mean, either way, they're going to be able to shake it off, but I am wondering where Monch's wall was. It wasn't up. It gave Dodds just, I think, 3 shots of that turret, so A little bit wonky for KRU, but for KC, that's huge. They're able to hold on to 2 of those big swing ults I was talking about. And they are all grouped up towards this A. Usually when it looks like this is a fast opening. Setting up Alkia with that Neon ultimate to be able to just ride or die into the A site.
Back in a flash.
Here we go, Dodds. Oh, outdone. Safia this time. The one to do it, and in the meantime, Alkia taking the space up through short, through sewer. Michaela spotted. Big work, good synergy, great damage from Alkia. Finally seeing them on the same page here on these explosive site hits. A fire lit under KC, and this should be a cancel, a call for a save.
They definitely have enough money to work with and drop an operator into the hands of Dodds into the next round. So for KRU, they have to make sure there's no NA saving here. Get those guns and secure it back into the next. And for KC, the same thing for them. They don't have any room to mess around. They've got to make sure that this round is secured, and these last 2 rounds have been huge momentum swings, Lauren.
No, they are exactly what the doctor ordered. KC needed this badly. And the way that worked out, I really want to highlight what Anacelia and Alkia achieved then as well. You know, to the dog coming through, setting her up with confidence on the site.
Yes.
Nice little follow-up. That is exactly what we wanted to see, right? That synergy kicking into effect.
100%. And for Coach Bebe, for KRU side, I mean, they have been in the driver's seat. I think it's a good idea to call a pause here, just because that first round where Dodds didn't even get to play the game and gets taken out, and then this one, they just straight up lose the round in the beginning. So it's a tricky position as a coach to be in. It kind of depends on how your players are vibing out and what their comms are like. And it looks like for Coach Bebe, she might not have liked what she heard. She might have, I'm not sure. But either way, the timeout is here.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see when coaches do decide to go for things. And kind of, obviously, we can only guess sometimes what the comms are like, what the calls are like, what they've seen as well, and what they maybe want to switch up here. Because again, KC have found a load of success. It was a messy 7th round with a weird start. That stood out to us, that no one broke the turret for Dodds. It felt a bit out of sorts. 8th round, though, that was actually purely off of KC in my mind, right? They worked hard for that. It was a lovely hit towards A. Now, if there's an adjustment to be had, a simple one, let's see if KRU have it. Let's see if they have something in mind they want to bring out here. A small adjustment to play with, because I'm already seeing KRU to a very different beginning as well, just on the starting positions here, once that timeout does come into effect. And again, for KC, a couple of ults still to play with too. Glance has hers, Safia has hers, so we do have that lockdown and Hunter's Fury to play with. So a couple of pieces to keep in mind. But KC financially back in a good position now. Good finances behind them.
Yeah, it's been a huge swing momentum shift in these last 2 rounds. For KRU's side, they definitely can't afford an operator for Dodds, but they choose to go with the rifle instead. So that tells me that Dodds wants to get active this round. It was with the op that she walk pushed down, didn't get to play the round, so this time she wants the rifle to be able to get more loose. That Fade Prowler not catching anyone. This should speed up the attackers to gain this space, but they decide to use an Owl drone instead. I'm not a huge fan of using too much utility to get this A main control, but without a Viper, KC, they kind of have to.
And this time it's going to be Biazik back here. And the contact of potentially the Prowler, it's going to be close. There it is. So they know that they've lost towards that space, and it's a pop, it's a burst. And Biazik is unaffected so far, but will be revealed. Michaela on the fadeaway, going to find Alkia. Not the same sort of scaling, not the same sort of pace. TP out. Michaela, what is that? 3 big kills, leaving KC in tatters, and it felt disjointed this time. Biazik getting away with murder, holding that position as long as she did, but still, this should be wrapped. Safia, you're in a 1v5 at 45 seconds. This round is a close account.
Yeah, and Safia is left scratching her head just like I am. That utility combo coming out for KC, that slam, it was so beautiful and well coordinated, but I don't know how Michaela handled all of that. I'm pretty sure she ate the blind. She definitely ate 30 seconds. She ate a bunch of utility, but just making magic.
Yeah, I need to watch the replay because, again, Biazik, I think, got pinged as well. So everything was, it worked, right? Like, if you've run that, if you've dry run that, if you've theory crafted it, that's a tick in the box. But then when it came to just landing the shots or whatever it was, whatever happened, something failed, right? There was a failure in the system somewhere.
Oh, wow.
And Dodds is hungry for that, yeah. Get that gun away. Operator back in, hands in a flawless round. I've got to see this replay because it felt like KC did that right. And I'm kind of curious how the hell KRU was so ready. So here we go. Let's see it from Michaela's side. Catching Alkia just before the smoke popped. Ult comes in, gets to short. And then a bit of an individual effort, but still, I thought they did everything correct then.
Absolutely. Man, that little crouch at the end there, at that third kill around that truck, just matrixing those bullets and that crosshair placement. I hate it when your players crouch, but those moves,
Hey,
you
look.
gotta love that individualism.
It works out, man. It works out. Crazy you hate that. A little donk slide that you start seeing come through more and more. But Dogs this time actually going to get a bit more attention early on. Pressure. Trying to make the most of this Hunter's Fury. Good information. And actually, Alkia getting a little bit deeper. Glance does get the Dods. Howie. Dogs. I don't get where these kills are coming from. Because again, by all rights, Casey are getting good info. They're getting good pressure. They're getting a good opening pick. But then Biazik's gone away with murder here. Eats the flash though. Forced off the angle. Should have been seen. Backpedaling. Still a kill. I don't get this, man. They can't find a way in. KRU are shutting down everything. This is falling to pieces for KC, and you're watching it in real time. Glance? Nah, that's as far as we go. KRU already up to 8.
And the sound cues coming through for the side of KRU. I mean, we talk about the Sky, we talked about how much Celia was catching Shopify off guard, but as she's dogging from far back in A main, that gives enough time for Biazik to react. You saw her reposition with that operator, LOS that dog behind the truck, and she's just rewarded and gifted with these opening picks. Unfortunate for KC, especially how things started towards the C side. I mean, it looked like they could have picked off Dodds. It was a beautiful ultimate from Glance as well to start things off. But KRU are handling everything well. The combinations coming out for KC, it seems like it's not hitting, even though it's layered.
Yeah, that's the map part. They are finding these small windows to play into. Dodds, credit on that one too. Have to say, he handled that pressure on C really well. But again, Alkia gets a little bit deeper, gets posted up towards Garage. We can see where that alarm bot is. It won't be the first time they've run into that either. So I wonder if there's some awareness in the back of Alkia's mind. But still, oh, that's a nice shot from Safia. A dry fight, a little bit risky. And now Alkia in danger. Stuns coming in, trying to just play her life here. Can she live? She can. Gets away. But KRU going hunting, getting aggressive again. Too many targets for Dodds this time. Playing as a pack, KC keep 5 standing.
And that was huge. I can't believe Alkia is able to get away from that mess, even getting full HP from her teammate in Sky. This should make this post plant solid. Look at this crossfire. High-low setup on the logs. 2 players watching these tunnels. For KRU, they want to collect some ult orbs for Michaela. Ruin some money.
Yeah.
They try to secure the last.
Yeah, they can give it a go. You don't really blame them on that front. GX going to find Monch, so that is a loss in that front, and I think KRU might call it on that. Yeah, Michaela just going to sit pretty deep here. May spot one if they do decide to go that far, but I doubt they'll explore much further on C long. So, KC giving themselves a bit of buffer, and that felt a little bit more directed approach again. Good take towards C. Very surprised that Alkia was able to survive in Garage. That was incredibly pressured. So I'm sure we'll watch back with Safia. Just a clean kill here.
Starts off with that, yeah. That opening pick, I mean, if Safia wasn't able to find that, the whole round, Biazik was on that long line of A main with that operator. This time around, for the last round of this half, she passes that op over towards Dodds, and she's rinse repeating on that long C angle once again. None of the members of KC are going to be testing the issue over there, though. And Biazik has been such a nuisance towards this short A. Reset.
Whoa. Does have the chance to get out of there. Yeah, okay. So going to limit further information because the dog gets burned just to force her away, and she still gets room to play. So they don't get as much control as maybe they'd want.
Yeah, but Safia is inserted down here, and she's got the Killjoy ultimate in her back pocket. I love the misdirect. We've seen this from KC before. They want to poke towards this B, but Dodds is reading it so well.
A 1-for-1 trade is not as bad as it could have been. Great work from Alkia to keep that even close into hand. 4v4. Plant is next. They want to try and get control of that A connector. Kinnear catching Safia, trying to get back to the back. And Celia is now on a bit of an island. 4-4 and Monch 2 aware. KRU are ready. They were waiting for this. Playing deeper towards that side of Con. And now Alkia asked a lot of here. Having to double down. Oh, that's a shot. Oh, couldn't quite get the connection, that control, and there it is, overwhelmed in the end. Kinnear hitting some magical shots, and KRU looking deadly. I'm worried for KC now. That is 9 rounds in hand for KRU. Very prepared for KC. After what should have been a stronghold here on Haven, it is looking like they've got the read, they've got the idea, and they are so close to walking away in a comfortable position. And as you can hear, all good spirits on their side. And we'll be handing over to the safe hands of the one and only Jen Lee.
Hey guys, Jen here with Suga. 9-3. Looks like they're doing it, but we also witnessed a huge comeback earlier today. So, do you think they can close it out?
Yeah, it's only a few rounds. Even though the fans from Carmine Corp are so loud here in the arena, we know KRU can do it. We have the LATAM energy here too, so they're gonna close it up for sure.
오늘 사실 9대3이라는 리드를 갖고 있지만 저희가 또 직전 매치에 엄청난 역전극을 보기도 했잖아요. 그래서 9대3에서 이대로 승기를 이어갈 수 있을까요? 라고 물어봤더니 지금 KC 팬들이 너무 열정적으로 응원해서 좀 시끄럽기는 하지만 그래도 크루 팬들도 만만치 않게 열심히 응원하고 있기 때문에 9대3에서 문제 없이 이 경기 승리로 끝낼 수 있을 거라고 얘기를 했습니다. 마모.
I wish my memory was ever good enough to translate however long Jen Lee does. At that point, she's just spitting bars. She could be saying anything. Was she being accurate, Christine? You are my translator's translator.
Yes.
I feel like you're lying to me. I don't know. They've made a pact. But 9-3, curse or not, KRU look prepared, right? And it doesn't feel like just like a straight anti. It feels like they just know how they want to play this, how they want to approach it. Again, dealing with the side hits that look good too, right? KC's side hits weren't bad. They had nice scaling util. It seemed to be doing the job, but KRU just handled every aspect.
Individuals stepping up and handling it so well. I would argue it definitely, the ante is playing a role. I think this pistol round on the attack side will show us a lot. I'm already seeing a very interesting buy to start things off. This waylay has been such a point of curiosity from me, especially at this event. For me, I'm looking to write some notes down, jot it down, go home. Yeah, I mean, I love this waylay so far, and it's been really Dodds that's made the waylay at this whole event look as good as she has. Maybe Dodonut as well, but I mean, this frenzy in the back of in the back pocket of Dodds' hands, that's definitely indicating to me that KRU, they want to go fast and they want to send Dodds in there to just wreak chaos.
Yeah, we'll keep our eyes on that. Obviously, the Coinbase Econ report there at the bottom of the screens. You can take a little glance towards that. Obviously, anytime Glance is in the server, I will be saying her name by accident several times over. However, it is good to see what these compositions look like, how these players are kind of choosing what they want to approach with. As you said, the waylay coming in and becoming more and more effective and seeing what the capabilities are. These GC teams had to kind of adjust on the fly pretty quick coming into this tournament. They didn't get a massive amount of lead-up time, so credit to them for kind of constructing these new concepts and ideas. We will be jumping into this one now, and eyes, certainly for me, will be on Dodds. What does she get set up with? How does Michaela play her in on this one? What does that frenzy do? It's going to be pacey, I'm sure. There's already Alkia going to get that first spot towards them. And Celia going to back away and not stick too deep on this. KC need this pistol.
I love the pathing that Dodds is going as well, going towards that long A instead of short A with the rest of her teammates. Good distractions coming up, and as soon as they get contact at short A, you can expect Dodds to speed up the issue.
Yeah, and with that C's coming in,
there it is.
The theory was there that just landing that final blow didn't quite happen, but the rest of the team picking up the slack. Biazik down low, but still fine for the plant. They've got security at least for this. Now, down to GX and Safia. Can't quite make it out of that CT push. Already held back, and the numbers too solid for KRU. And that might just be the first nail in the coffin.
Drilled, just drilled and synergized. KRU, you know, we've been talking about how fantastic their set pieces have looked all tournament long. Whether it's a low buy, a pistol round, or a bonus round, this team is prepared. And they've got a very thick strap book, and it's looking fantastic. I mean, Dodds, that takes so much synergy. We were talking about the lack of time for all of these teams coming into GC. It's impressive to see such an explosive opening for KRU. They're rewarded for it, and a force buy. KC backs against the wall. They've got they've got to make this round work.
Yeah, and they know it as well, right? Force spike coming in, stingers are out. Dodds straight on the Vandal though, that's scary. And now Dodds takes a look, doesn't see too much on that. They were playing kind of deeper on site, but still, early attempt made. No overreaction yet. I'm also keeping an eye on what Monch is up to too. Over towards A, slowly creeping up, taking space towards A long. Again, a double stack towards Sewer.
So aggressive, and you can see the stark difference between both these teams' comps. KRU have that Viper in their pocket, so they're able to get this A main control without using any utility. Just shadowing Monch's space.
Oh no, this feels like I've seen this one before. Glanzo trying to backpedal away, play towards quad. They're clearing sight. There's not much comfort here though. KC trying to dig in, trying to really hold on some space. And actually KRU not looking too comfortable until then. Dodds slicing through them, and KRU finding comfort in high pressure scenarios. 26 HP, an upgrade to a Bulldog. And Celia would have to do something miraculous in a 1v2. The Outlaw, one bullet from that would do the job here. Music waiting. Patience pays off. KRU making it through the trials here, up to 11, within touching distance again.
And you can see the communications coming through there at the end. Everyone on KRU telling each other how low HP on Celia was. Just those forward aggressive angles, not leaving any room for KC to make that 1v2 a possibility. And it all came down to this A main fight, right? It was very similar to what we witnessed on Pistol. The pathing is mainly towards this long A, not towards short A, and it's just a distraction there. They're just keeping these defenders like a moth to a flame, distracted towards short A.
I really like it. Again, with that fade util, kind of that C's coming in, the Haunt as well. But actually, it's Celia to find Monch this time, so don't forget about that. It ain't over yet, and a quick evacuation of the site. I like that read too. Not going to stick around on your own. Safia with a good consideration, but KRU get the plant in, right? Bonus round for them, still looking deadly. Still going to have Vandals, still going to have util as well. Paranoia with Biazik. Going to have the Prowlers, the C's. Dodds posturing up towards that CT side, making them burn some of that util early on this retake.
Yeah, doing the taxing really well. Now the defenders don't have much left, but that pick is going to open up the round.
It certainly does, until Michaela might have just shot it. Oh, what? Kanir the one to find Alkia, and they're just scaling back, step by step. KC feeling, seeing, witnessing the door shut on their faces here. KRU pushing up to 12. KC desperately trying, but there is so little left in the tank.
And that's just adding salt to the wound to just witness one of the players running at you with the shank. It was KRU, it was Monch that got that fantastic knife kill in front B just a couple days ago. And man, this retake gets sloppy for the side of KC. KRU, Dodds doing so much work. I talked about taxing that utility in spawn, but just quickly repositioning, resetting, getting back into the site and using that spike as another teammate. Beautiful work for KRU. And this buy, it's just one more chance left for KC, and it's a broken one. A couple Guardians and a couple Bulldogs.
It ain't pretty, but it's all they've got to work with. Time to try and dig deep, find something to bring out here. Alkia being brave. Takes the walk down C-Long, takes some space, but then you look at Glance. Alone at quad, support disconnected. Safia, it'd be a risk even to walk out on CT. Kanir's going to find Alkia. That was on that C attempt. Dodds contacting up on site, basically slipping the net. There's still an issue of Glance though. Does get handled on the trade. A 3v2, and Celia and GX to try and save the day. But look at the space. Look at the spike. They've cancelled on A because they have everything they need on the other side of the map.
And you saw Michaela even adding in that Fade ultimate to really sell the issue here. Pomir's already placed a Killjoy Molotov. Nano Swarm on that spike as well. It's going to make this retake so tough. KC, they've got to clear every corner as they come through this spawn. Nothing is safe.
You can see it. You can see that worry. You can see the caution having to be displayed. They have no util really, the gun in the hand, and that's all they've got. And the problem is Michaela's going to hear this. Kanir lands the shot and finds a follow-up. KRU handing out Heartbreak on Haven as KC can't get past 3.